Okay, so they added, what, Elba Cheer,
Ayrton Cheer with their band.
And then they killed 90.
Yes.
It's bigger every year. This operation.
I think he's going to go ahead and start the stream. That way it's on. He's going to keep us, mute us. Yeah.
It's both.
Okay. I wonder if I have time to grab them.
Yeah.
I will be right back.
They are boots. That's a good question. I can't remember. Columbia. Yeah.
I need to get me like a pair of
water fish. We were doing more stuff with scouts and camping and hiking and stuff. These are good too. They've hung in there really well.
Yes, I'm in the right spot, dude.
Yeah, you can walk right there. Thank you. His birthday is on next Saturday.
Oh.
Go ahead and go to somebody's shop.
Yeah.
So I bought a pair of shoes, TikTok shop. I saw somebody.
Oh my gosh.
And which I'd never done before. Somebody sent me the link. And
did they actually arrive?
They did, and they were like originally $20, and somehow I don't know how I got a discount. I got them for $4.
And they're good quality? Like, you think they're gonna be okay?
I think so.
Oh my gosh.
It's one of her birthday presents, so if not, then it's $4.
I love that. I love that for you.
Oh, really?
This can't be very cool.
It actually was. We saw it a second ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Are we ready to go? Are y'all ready to go? They're ready to go. 5, 4.
Good morning and happy homecoming, everybody. I'm Paige Ray, Television Production Coordinator at Troy University. Joining me is Jonathan Sellers. Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning. What a beautiful homecoming day we have here.
Yes, and the parade is getting started. This is one of the best moments of homecoming, and we have got a lot of things on their way. I'm sure you can already hear it. First up, we have got the City of Troy Police Department, as well as, of course, our Honor Guard. All of them working today to make sure everybody is safe. We've got the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency there as well. All of them here today making sure we all have a safe and good time. Right, Jonathan?
That's absolutely right. Led by the Chief of Police, which is Danny Barron, and absolutely doing a great job. There is the state troopers, and glad to have all these law enforcement here kind of leading the charge, as well as the Army ROTC, and we are glad to have the ROTC Honor Guard here leading with the flag.
Absolutely, and right behind them comes the Pike County Sheriff's Office. Of course, Russell Thomas, the sheriff there. They've got some good models there on the boat making their way through, as well as the Special Response Unit. You know, this is always fun for, I think, especially the little boys.
I was going to say they hire deputies a little younger these days, but no, it's good to see them out here, and some vehicles you don't always get to see, but it's always good to get to see those. And here is the Pike County District Attorney. That's James Tarbox.
It's always fun for the kids to get to see the big trucks, right? All of those things are always neat. And then right behind them, we have got this year's Grand Marshal. That is Miss Barbara Patterson. If you have any time at Troy University, you know Barbara.
Yeah, she led the Student Affairs and Student Engagement Office for a long time. She worked at the university for 40 years and led 40 homecomings and just did a lot of great things for the Greek organizations, for student clubs, and just a lot of things at Troy University. So she gets to lead the parade this year.
Yeah, she is awesome. And then, of course, we've got the T-Roy as well as the Troy cheerleaders. By the way, did you know that T-Roy celebrating his 41 41 years on this earth we've had T-Roy.
He's got me
his
by
birthday.
a year, so I'm younger than T-Roy, I can say that, but that's awesome.
He is, and the cheerleaders always do such a great job of getting everybody pepped up. And then behind them, Troy University Police Department, always on hand to make sure everybody's having a good time.
And we do have to highlight a couple of people. A banner that just went by
Sure.
was for the Troy Band alumni. Some of these banners that we will see going by, they have helped sponsor the bands that are in today's parade with the Bring Back the Band initiative. I believe there are 13 bands in this year's
Awesome.
parade, and it is going to be one of the biggest parades I've been a part of since my time at Troy, and so they are really doing a great job bringing them all back.
That's awesome. And, the high school bands, they put in a lot of work. Their season, many of them are still going. They were playing last night
Right.
and had to get up and then travel. And then if you can hear in the background, if you can't hear them yet, you definitely will in a moment. It's the sound of the South. They are awesome. They've got Dr. Mark Walker there leading the way, along with his granddaughter. That's the little girl right there walking with his daughter.
But they are the largest student organization on campus, and they support Troy University community and surrounding areas, and you will definitely hear them and then see them at the football game tonight. The game switched from a 3 o'clock kick to a 7 o'clock kick, so a little more time to tailgate today and have some fun, but we will see the sound of the South tonight at halftime of homecoming.
They always do a great job. We're going to let you listen to them now.
Well, we've got a quick break. We want to remind you that the Sound of the South was actually invited to play for New Year's Day in London. Not this coming up New Year's, but in 2027, so a year from now. But that is quite the exciting trip. They will be fundraising over the next year and are looking for any ways to help get them over there.
And by the way, for all of our alums, you're invited too. They are asking alumni, family, and friends to come along for the ride. They've got information on their website if you're interested in that. But what a cool opportunity.
That'll be great. And now they're about to play to our viewing party.
Awesome, as always. Hopefully we're going to hear that a lot.
Yes, we love
later
hearing that
today, yes?
during the football games. Troy got a big win last week and looking to run their streak to 6 straight wins tonight against Arkansas State. Again, that kickoff is at 7 o'clock. Hey, if you're tuning in right now watching the stream, let us know what year you graduated from Troy, or if you've got kids at Troy, or just your connection, and let us know where you're at right now. We'd love to hear from you, and just make sure you comment and let us know.
Absolutely. It's such a special time for everybody. All of us who, we still live here in Troy. We get to see people come back. And then, of course, people returning home.
And this has been a big week with all kinds of events. From dance earlier in the week, they had a pep rally as part of a women's basketball game earlier this week. They've had skit night, all kinds of things, and it all culminates tonight with the game and plus the crowning of the king and queen. And speaking of kings and queens, we've got Mr. and Miss Sound of the South presented by Epsilon Xi chapter of Tau Beta Sigma that just passed by.
They are so awesome. And then I do believe we've got the Sigma Gamma Rho. Yeah, Sigma Gamma Rho and Iota Eta Sigma Rower Club. This is a sorority. It's an organization with young teens, ages 12 to 18. They are awesome. Look at them. School spirit. They're there on hay bales waving to the crowd.
Last night was Halloween, so I saw a lot of people on trailers with hay bales riding around trick-or-treating. Next, we've got the future Little Miss Troy, which is Everly Lloyd McClendon, and her favorite part during her reign was representing her beautiful hometown. And as we say that, there is a flyover that we just got to see. All kinds of stuff happening right here. It's hard to keep up with.
And right now we've got the Shriners, of course. These are always a lot of fun to watch, right?
Yeah,
all the kids love this.
Yeah, they like to drift on these bikes, and they're having a lot of fun.
So much fun. Oh my gosh, the motors, I love that sound, right?
We do have to mention Jones Medical Supply. They help sponsor the Bring Back the Bands. They just passed by, but right now Alcazar Shriners out of Montgomery.
Check out that car there. Aren't you kind of like a car expert?
Oh, I'm not an expert. I do love old cars. I love seeing them. I think we're going to see a lot of old cars. But I couldn't identify that right now.
But here, listen, it's pretty.
It's nice.
And it sounds nice. We like it a lot. And then we've got the District 6 Prince Hall Masons and OES of Alabama walking past us now, waving to everybody, sharply dressed as usual.
They've actually got a few entrants. They got some people walking and some people getting to ride on the float behind them. And there it goes again. So, again, we're getting to see a little bit of everything today. That is the flyover for today's parade.
That's absolutely right. And then is this...
This will be the next is the New Life Christian Academy. This is their senior royalty, Lakin Townsey and Shaden Laird. And New Life Christian Academy is a local private school.
Perfect. And then, of course, just bring back the bands. You're going to hear a lot of them. I'm mentioning it now because we're going to have some more coming. But this is our homecoming queen there for Charles Henderson High School. This is Zale Johnson. Zale is a current senior and a cheerleader. And speaking of which, there comes the rest of her crew right behind her. She's the proud daughter of Jake Johnson and Katie Smith Johnson.
And it's the Charles Henderson cheerleaders and then their middle school cheerleaders, coached by Jennifer Sykes. And they're getting to ride in that trailer.
There you go. And then right behind them, we've got the Blue Machine Marching Band. Charles Henderson High School's marching band. We've got the color guard, of course, and then the band coming up behind them. Again, it was a big night for them last night. Big night for a lot of high school bands. You know, everybody's still, I assume, getting into playoff action here shortly.
Right, just finishing up the regular season last night. Playoffs start this coming up week, and so a lot of excitement around the high schools. But we'll take a quick listen to the Big Blue Machine. And one of the fun things about seeing all these young people is a lot of them are sons and daughters of Troy graduates, so which helps bring this, again, all back to the homecoming.
Yes, and by the way, this is Shebang, the Shebang Dance Studio. It's in its 21st year on the square in downtown Troy under the direction of Trisha Ratcliffe and Brooke Terry. Fun fact, this month, the older dancers going to perform in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. How cool is that?
That's quite the honor. And next up, we have the Phi Muse. Their float is inspired today by the homecoming theme, No Place Like Troy, which we were talking about the Wizard of Oz, Wicked, all that stuff going on. And so here you see Phi Mu.
And then, of course, every sorority and fraternity that comes by going to hand a bouquet of flowers to First Lady Janice Hawkins if you got a shot of that. That's always a sweet tradition that all of these groups do, and they have been extremely busy. You mentioned it earlier, Jonathan, but they do something every single day. They actually started Sunday.
Right.
And every day throughout the day, and then into the evening, they're doing some kind of event to make that school spirit shine on Troy's campus.
And this is going to be Petite Miss Troy. This is Madison Carroll. Her favorite Troy player is Scott Taylor Renfro, and she's excited to one day cheer for Troy. Scott Taylor is, of course, the kicker for the Trojans.
So pretty. I love her dress. Now, Jonathan, as we've got a break before our next group comes up, what's your favorite part of the homecoming parade?
Of the parade, I've got to say the Sound of the South.
Oh, my gosh. You can't say that because that's my favorite part of the
well,
parade.
I mean, just the tradition they bring to Troy, the tradition they bring to the university. We actually look like one of these old cars that's maybe stalled out, and they're having to get a little help down the road.
You know what, though? That doesn't stop it.
Exactly. This is all fun. Hey, I can tell you what this is. This is a Pontiac.
You are. You know, that plate on the front really helps, doesn't it? There you go. Team effort there. Team effort. We love it. There you go. We made it work. And then up next, this is the Idea Bank. This is part of Troy University. The Idea Bank is awesome because it helps student entrepreneurs bring their businesses to life. This, of course, Lynn George is the main lady there. It serves as an entrepreneurship center for students and business owners. Yeah,
they do so many great things, and you can go visit them. They're downtown in the old Regions building, clearly labeled by Troy University markings now. But next is Alpha Gamma Delta, a great float.
Yes.
We'll talk about those in a minute, but Alpha Gamma Delta, again, they are using the Wizard of Oz and bringing that to life with the Trojan twist.
Yep.
And so they are helping celebrate this, and a lot of members in this organization as they walk by.
It's very, very big. And all of those floats, so much time and effort goes into it. I think they actually judge them earlier in the week, and then they'll find out who won. But again, so much effort goes into it. And then right behind them, we've got the Pike County Queens. 2025 Future Miss Pike County, Miss Ellie Golden. 2025 Little Miss Pike County, Olivia Roundtree. The Petite Miss Pike County, Paisley Allen. Young Miss Pike County, Charlie Clare. And then we have the Junior Miss Pike County, Gabby Granados. Teen Miss Pike County, Miss Sarah Gray Baker. And the 2025 Miss Pike County, Miss Allie Booth is who all passed by there.
All right, our next shout out is going to go to KW Plastics, which is the leading plastics recycler, one of the top in the country. And they are helping bring back the band. And this is the Geneva High School Marching Band out of Geneva, Alabama. And
yes, and the Geneva County School saying that its vision is to produce responsible citizens with a sense of community who value tradition and strive for excellence in a continually changing world. And a commitment to excellence, good example, their band.
You know, you asked me what do I like about the parade. Another thing I like is just the amount of community feel this brings to Downtown Square. We're bringing the university to downtown, and the community. We do see several downtown organizations taking part, like Shebang is right here on the corner.
Yep.
Another one coming up in just a minute would be Daily Dose.
Yep.
And so they're in it. And we've also got Voltage Academy of Dance. They're not on downtown. You can see them on 231, but another big dance organization here in Troy, faith-based dance studio. And they began their 2025-26 season with over 150 students, and they are still growing.
Yeah, and a quick shout out to D.R. Horton. They passed by. America's Home Builder is what it says. Come visit Rena and Courtney at the Summit at Oak Park if you'd like to learn more. And then you can probably hear them as we go. But 1992 alumni Rosie O'Grady's Highlanders, I believe, is who this is. Yep, Matthew Hutchinson graduated in Troy.
Yeah, and actually has just been doing this the past couple of years, but I believe he travels all the way from Orlando to come do this. He actually met his wife, Amy, who also graduated in 1991. 2 sons, 3 grandchildren, and you know what? They're all Troy fans.
I love it. Also, season ticket holders, so they get to love coming back to Troy. That's so cool. That is, I love bagpipes.
Yeah, I think it's cool. It's a neat instrument.
Absolutely. Oh, check that out.
Oldsmobile.
Love it. Love it. All right, and then who do we have coming up behind? Let's see. Sometimes it takes us a moment to see, doesn't it?
I believe this may be the Teak organization.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, that is who that is, and they're proud supporters, and their philanthropy is the St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
An awesome philanthropy, always needing help. And then here we've got Goshen, I believe, the Goshen band coming up, as well as the cheerleaders. Mission of Goshen High School: establish a dynamic learning environment that's safe and accountable, prepares students for success with their life goals. And then, of course, they're purple and gold. Those are Goshen's colors. They always do an awesome job. They're right outside of the city of Troy, you know, and they always bring a really good show each year.
And if I'm not mistaken, their band director, he is a former member of the Sound of the South.
He is. In fact, we were in the Sound together.
Okay. He
played sousaphone and was so good. He loves band.
A lot of these bands are led by former members of the Sound of the South. And we will take a quick listen to the Goshen band here.
Awesome. You know what I love? I like watching the band, but then I like looking into the crowd. I saw at least 5 people kind of just getting down. Getting down on the sidewalks. All right, and behind them, we've got the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. This is the Mu Alpha chapter of AKA, incorporated from Troy University. They are such an active group on Troy's campus. If you're ever wondering, gee, I wonder if there's anybody doing something tonight, the AKAs always working to spread their mission, to get new members, and just to talk to people and have fun things to do on Troy's campus.
And this coming up is the 1985 El Camino, and we've got actually a list of some of the floats that are here. All these old cars, a lot of them have been presented by Chris Noneman, and so he has got a lot of these old cars. I guess he's got a collection, and that one is a 1985 El Camino.
I love that. Now I see a lot of sparkles coming up here. I love some glittery parades. This says Hope Healing, and they love the Troy Trojans. Troy Counseling Services is who is sponsoring this float. They did a great job there with all the traditional colors. Looks great.
And another band coming up, as well as some cheerleaders. This is Ayrton. And the mission of Ayrton School is to empower individuals to become independent, productive members of our society.
Yes, awesome. They've got the cheerleaders here, the drum major leading the way, marching and playing as we go. Take a quick listen there.
And Ayrton has a unique mascot. They're not just the cats, they are the Purple Cats. So the Ayrton Purple Cats, and that is just right down the road on 231 as you go past Brundage. Ayrton is just down the road.
And then we've got some cuties coming up here in a moment. You're going to be able to see them. Looks like maybe some dancers. Is that what I'm looking at here, Jonathan?
I believe so. This may be the Classy Dolls and the Sweet Steppers.
I love that name. So cute. Okay, this group's for kids ages 3 and up. They are more than just dancers. They're also a non-profit organization. No place like Troy. Miss Elite following up. Oh, dance break.
And they are followed by young Miss Troy, who is Grace Royal.
Perfect. So pretty. And then let's see who's behind Grace here. Let's see, lots of balloons.
I believe that is the Nu Theta Pageant Court. So this is Mr. Nu Theta.
Okay.
He wishes everyone a happy homecoming and says, "Go Trojans."
Awesome. And then behind them, we've got Lambda Chi Alpha, I believe. Always giving flowers again to First Lady Janice Hawkins there. Oh, and they've got a special
puppy.
guest. What do you do when you need something to really spice up the float? You grab a cute
You got
puppy.
yeah, puppy, yeah.
And then you're golden.
Always a winner. And next, we've got the Laverne High School cheerleaders walking by.
With the mascot, of course. And then we've got the center for, let's see.
I think this is the Center Stagers, is so a
Johnson
local
Center for the Arts.
local acting drama organization.
Yep. Also, kind of previewing its upcoming murder mystery dinner that's on its way.
And here's another old car. This is David Phelps. And that one, you can really get that engine roaring. And here's another one, and this is another David Phelps car. And this is
Junior Miss Brundage.
Yeah,
Yep.
Sarah Meadows.
Awesome. I see down the way, it's going to take them a second to get up here, but I see bubbles. Somebody's got a bubble machine ready to go here this year.
Coming up, this is going to be Sigma Chi. This is the Brothers of Sigma Chi, one of the many fraternities on the Troy University campus. They've actually got several bouquets that they're handing out.
Oh my gosh.
Looks like one to Miss Hawkins, and they will be passing out to a few of the other VIPs on our viewing stand.
Whatever local florist they went to, we're happy to see them coming by, yeah? And then let's talk quickly about our homecoming theme. There's no place like Troy. So if you've been watching social media, you know Wicked is coming out, the second part of that. And so this year was playing on both Wicked as well as the traditional Wizard of Oz. So all the floats, all of the decorations have been Wicked or Wizard of Oz themed, and there's no place like Troy, kind of tying into both of those things this year.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of things with the dances. I saw a lot of people dressed up as the Wicked Witch, as the Tin Man, the Cowardly Lion, all those things. We also saw that yesterday with Halloween, just people dressed up. They also had to do Chalk the Quad, so they had to do decorations with that, and we saw many people, again, go along with that theme.
Yes. Okay, passing us right now, a new beginning for you. This is an adult day health center, making a difference by fostering a home away from home atmosphere, helping people who are physically and mentally impaired achieve a better quality of life.
Okay, this has got to be CGI coming up, and CGI, they're here in Troy, a global world-class leader in end-to-end IT and business consulting services, but they have fun. They got the bubbles, they got the balloons, and that trailer is a hopping.
And coming past now, Prattville High School Band, the pride of Prattville. Their band is 190 members strong. That is a large high school band.
Well, and they are a big high school, a 7A high school up just north of Montgomery. Prattville, everybody around here should know where Prattville is. But yes, they are very big, and we are about to hear them. But again, just excited for this Bring Back the Band. I believe this is the first time we've had Prattville join us in recent years, and so exciting just to see the different numbers and where they're all coming from.
Absolutely. It was an early morning for them. Not too terrible, but still getting that many high schoolers out of bed early on a Saturday morning.
Well, we've got another one we'll talk about in a little bit that had to make a little bit more of a trek, but we will talk about them a little later on. Oh, yeah, they are dancing, having a good time. And they are still coming. This is, as you said, a big band.
It is. I see the plume stretching down the street.
And playing Rockin' in the USA.
Oh, that was awesome. I love that. There's nothing cooler. This might be kind of like a niche thing, but when the Sound of the South goes anywhere, I don't know if you've seen them travel, it takes about 10 charter buses to move them. This band, probably quite a few buses as well to get them and all of the equipment, all of the instruments down here. It's a lot.
Got another car coming up from the collection of Chris Noneman. It's a Pontiac Trans Am.
All of
cool
the car lovers. This day is for them, for sure.
Now this is Nana's Southern Soul Food Kitchen. Truly good food that is also good for the soul. That's the kind of food I like.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then we've got some more royalty coming up behind him. I believe this is Junior Miss Troy Reagan Chandler there on top. Yep,
Lost her magnet.
we lost her magnet. But that's okay. We've got a cute dog hanging out the window, so it makes up for it. And then we've got another sorority. I believe this is Chi Omega. And look, some more. Is this pumping, Jonathan?
Yeah, that's exactly what that is. And it's just little tissue paper balled up. They paint them. I mean, we got a football player, T-Roy, and Dorothy on that one. Just a great job.
Takes a lot of effort to do that. I mean, we're not talking you can throw that together in one night.
That is many, many hours of work over many, many days. Another large organization in Chi Omega. Next up, again, we got to give a shout out for the Bring Back the Band, Sanders and Wiley Sanders. Sanders led. And then we got the McKenzie cheerleaders behind them.
Yep, the varsity cheerleaders saying they had a great year cheering on their Tigers there. And then we've got our next group coming up. This is Alpha Omicron Pi, AO Pi, doing a theme there. Also, No Place Like Troy, of course. They've got T-Roy standing in front of the stadium saying, "There's no day like game day."
And they are the newest sorority to Troy, but they have been here now several years. I can't even remember. It was back in the mid 2010s that they have been around.
Correct.
And so they have become a large organization and doing good things on the Troy University campus as well.
They sure have. When they first started, so they're the Theta Delta chapter, very, very small, and I can promise you that's true because I was in it, and it was a very small group. And it's awesome just to see how it's grown. And I feel like that's how a lot of alums feel when they come back to Troy. The campus looks different every single time you come.
Right, that's absolutely true.
The groups are so much bigger. It's just awesome.
And we could talk about some of the new buildings in just a second, but we're going to shout out Reality Real Estate with broker Chelsea Perry driving by, as well as James Williamson and Miriam Scott.
Yep, and then if any of your kids or if you like race cars, now's the time to look because check this one out.
Best Western, David Rudeman NASCAR. That is a legit NASCAR stock car that just came by.
That is awesome. So, we mentioned while we have a quick break, all the new buildings on campus. One of the newest one, Jones Hall, for the nursing students, the nursing department. State-of-the-art equipment in there. I mean, jaw-dropping
It is
stuff.
Amazing if you ever get the chance to go in here. And hello, everybody, as we were showing up again on camera. But, yeah, beautiful building. Here's McGruff, the crime dog. I remember watching him growing up. Here to take a bite out of crime.
I was about to ask, what does he say, but you remembered.
Taking a bite out of crime, yep.
I love that.
Also, the Center for Materials and Manufacturing Sciences. Glad I could get that out. It is another new building. It is Troy's first building dedicated to research, and they are doing amazing things in there. I mean, just talk about state-of-the-art, all kinds of technology. That you wouldn't believe. And one of the things they're really doing is kind of working with some of our local industries to work on polymer science, which has to do with kind of the recycling and plastic. So just really a lot of neat things happening.
And I think coming up here, we've got the Zion Chapel High School Rebel Band just outside of Troy, of course. Take a listen to them here. Awesome.
Zion Chapel just down the road, as you said, it's in Jack, Alabama.
Yep.
On your way as you're heading towards Elbow. And we got another little break. Here's another fun one with the flags.
Yes, so cool looking. And really quick, I think we're about to, let's see what we're doing here. Salute. Saluting Chancellor Hawkins.
And he used to have his little cart he drove around in. I don't see it this year.
Uh-oh, he upgraded.
Okay, yeah.
He wanted something a little more comfortable, so we went with the golf cart. I think, too, I mean, we can't not mention the new indoor practice facility.
Right. It just opened to the football players. I'm sure they've gotten a few workouts in there. But it is good to see that they've gotten that up. It won't be just for football, though. Say in the summertime when it is too hot in the morning for the soccer players, maybe they'll get a chance to go in there and just get out of that brutal sun. So it's going to be a kind of a training facility for Troy Athletics, but it is right beside the football stadium.
And it's been so much fun to watch it come up. I mean, how quickly those things move. It's very impressive. And then, of course, one thing that you may notice if you're on campus today, where the lagoon used to be, that area is being transformed into something new.
And that's, again, something I've just kind of loved to watch as it's happened, all the digging out of dirt, putting in some bridges. They've started to work on the landscaping, so we're finally seeing it come together, and pretty soon they're going to fill it up with water, and it's going to look like a whole new place.
Yes, they're going to be walking trails and all sorts of stuff here. I'm going to let you guys listen now and watch the Divas of Exquisite Diamonds, a youth dance team dedicated to confidence, teamwork, and sisterhood. Watch them shine bright and light up the parade. And again, Divas of Exquisite Diamonds doing a quick performance there. They are in their purple and black sequins, getting to show off the moves that they've been working on ahead of today.
And they're followed by Max Credit Union, which has been serving their communities for the past 70 years. And the Troy Max team takes pride in having a member-first mindset.
And then you probably see them coming up here in a moment. We've got a float from another sorority. This is Alpha Delta Pi AD Pi. They say that this float showcases what Troy means to them. Troy, full of diversity and equality. They couldn't be more proud to be Trojans. To AD Pi, they say homecoming isn't just a football game. It's an opportunity to come together, honor tradition, and show Trojan spirit while making memories that will last long past college.
Oh, and just another great float that they have put together.
And then Wallace Pump and Supply Incorporated helping to bring back the bands today. Another proud sponsor of that. And this has been such a great effort. They started the Bring Back the Bands, I think, 2 years ago.
That's right.
Right?
And we're able to get a few more than a few more last year, and this has been their biggest effort so far.
And you can tell.
You're right.
You can tell the difference.
And they are trying to continue to reach out. So if you've got a band local to your area that you think would want to come next year, let's get them signed up.
Absolutely. Now, this is the Pike County High School, the Pride of Pike Band. So, of course, familiar faces here. We've got the color guard here in front with their rifles and the flags. And then coming up behind them is the band. Always so much fun to hear them. Always so much fun to see young folks getting involved and having fun and getting to experience this kind of thing.
So the trombone player is also one of the drum major.
Yeah. I love that tune.
So do I.
That was cool.
And Pike County's always been known for having a good bands over the years, and again, not big in numbers, but just big in sound. They're doing a good job.
Yes, they are. And by the way, I know we're showing you the band. Color guards, just so you all know, when it's windy and everybody thinks, oh, this is so nice, there's a breeze, not fun.
It doesn't help their
No.
cause.
Wind is the enemy when it comes to color guard, and if you're throwing something in the air, you don't want wind.
They're playing some Halloween tunes. They got a little
are.
Addams Family. Everybody, a lot of people celebrated Halloween last night. It was a busy night here in Troy.
It was.
There was also a downtown band party here, sponsored by Downtown Committee as well as Troy University, another one of the homecoming events.
Mm-hmm. Now, remind me, who spearheaded the Bring Back the Bands initiative? Was that the Chamber of Commerce?
It was Chamber of Commerce. Dan Smith, I got to give credit to him. He is on one of the homecoming committee that I'm also a part of. He helped bring that back. Dan Smith is the director of Parks and Rec, but also helps lead this. A couple of other people are on it. I know Andrew Womack, old former member of the Sound of the South, as well as Diana Lee was on it. I believe Christy Pittman was on it, and some other
Wilson
people.
Grimes, I think.
Yes, and hopefully I probably left some people out. I'm sorry, but they have done a great job.
They really
and really, they're just making phone calls to local schools and doing what they can to bring them here.
And they're doing a great job. And props to our community for stepping up and saying, hey, yeah, we'll get involved, even if you were one of the first ones to do it. Great job leading the way. Now, behind them, a sea of green is coming up here. This is Kappa Delta, as well as the Girl Scouts of Troy. They're kind of teaming up this year. Also got There's No Place Like Home. They went with the Emerald City.
Which kind of fits with their color
What
scheme.
else would they have done? That was perfect.
But really a great job by Kappa Delta.
Yes.
And I like what they had to say, that they invite everyone to celebrate the magic of homecoming. And remember, there truly is no place like Troy, and we would agree.
And by the way, Kappa Delta raised $38,691 during its annual Shamrock Week and Shamrock 5K Color Run. That's one of their most popular and biggest events that they do throughout the year. And it's paying off. And all of that money they're trying to use to help their different philanthropies like the Girl Scouts, as well as Prevent Child Abuse America.
Coming up next is a 1951 Studebaker.
Whoa.
Another cool car.
Awesome.
And I believe this is the Troy University bass fishing team. And people may think, a bass fishing team, what's up with that? But they travel nationally. They have sponsorships, and they do a great job and compete against schools from all across the country, have a lot of fun, and really do a great job representing Troy University.
So, fun fact really quick about the I came into my neighborhood a few days ago, and there was the boat. And I was like, okay, so that's how I found out the bass fishing team existed, was it showed up in my neighborhood. But hey, passing by us real quick, we've got another band there. This is Highland Homes Band passing by in their blue and white.
They're followed by the Christian Love Center. I'm proud to be a part of today's celebration, a pre-K, preschool, and summer camp, a learning farm, so a local organization here to help out the community.
Awesome. And then we've got the Alumni House here. By the way, they gave flowers to Miss Janice Hawkins, so paying the respects there as well.
This is part of the Christian Love Center that is following up. That is kids from the Christian Love Center getting to be part of today's parade.
Yes, and of course always trying to serve the kids in our community and making sure that they're getting the education and love that they need. And you know, if you're coming into Troy today, be sure to check out the downtown square. That's where we're all gathered right now. But for one of the first times in many, many years, there is a business in every single storefront on this square. And that's awesome because you don't see that everywhere in small towns anymore.
And really, they got stuff for everybody. There's coffee, there's food, there's shopping.
Yes.
All kinds of things you can check out. You need to get your hair cut. I don't know if you can do that today, but they do have that option as well. So just a really, really neat place.
It's awesome. And this is Kids Express Childcare, where your child can play, learn, and grow. Lots of happy faces there waving today.
Tiny Miss Troy. We'll follow them up. That's Caroline Hughes.
Yep. And then we've got Troy's own WTBF passing its own station right now. They also went in on the There's No Place Like Troy Wizard of Oz theme. I can see the Scarecrow. I can see Dorothy. I see, there it is, Elphaba, the Wicked Witch there. And then is that Toto?
That's supposed to be Toto, I believe.
Toto? That's awesome.
WTBF is where you can listen to Troy University athletics as well as other programming, but you can hear the football games brought to you by the voice of the Trojans, Barry McKnight.
There you go, and Bring Back the Bands, another proud sponsor there. That's George F. Grubbs there today, helping bring back the band, including the Barber County High School marching band from Clayton.
Mission of Barber County High School is to develop the whole child with quality instruction and experiences, enabling them to become productive members of society.
Now, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Clayton's band is a show band. If you are a marching band person, you might know about show bands. They're more theatrical. There's usually more dancing, and I think we're about to see it. So check this out. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
So show bands, they're called show bands because they give you a show. That's what they do. But usually their band members will also dance in addition to their auxiliaries. You just saw that. So the instrumentalists, they're putting down the instruments and breaking out and busting out the dance moves. That's kind of the show band's gig.
Barber County, the Jaguars.
And then how far away is Clayton, Jonathan?
Clayton is about 45 minutes away, not even that. It's not far at all over to Barber County.
Awesome. And then this is Barry's Child Care Center here passing by. Lots of young kids getting involved in the parade, too. So we've got the high schoolers, of course, in the bands, and then we've got the elementary and the daycare-aged kids, everybody getting a chance to participate in this year's Homecoming Day Parade.
And next we got a Plymouth Prowler. A cool-looking car, just kind of a futuristic-looking car.
Yeah, it is. And then bringing up the rear there, that's Farmhouse Fraternity, founded on the principles of faith, ambition, reverence, morality, honesty, obedience, unity, service, and excellence. If you'll notice, that makes up Farmhouse. Says it's dedicated to building men of character and leadership, proud to celebrate homecoming with the Trojan family today. And check out that float. Pretty, not pumped.
No,
they didn't want to go that far.
But again, just a good job. Painted on plywood, but it looks good.
It does. It looks awesome. And then I see somebody waving out of a sunroof here, trying to see who that's going to be.
I believe that's Junior Miss Brundage, or actually, excuse me, that's the Voice of Autism State Pageant Queen. That's Skylar Tolbert.
Awesome, Miss Skylar. Another Bring Back the Band sponsor, Woodland Chiropractic and Wellness Center. Bringing in here the Trinity Wildcats Illustrious Band.
Oh, that's a good one. Illustrious Band. Trinity out of Montgomery. And their mission is to glorify God by providing for students the highest quality college prep education.
Yep.
This will be the brothers of SAE, Sigma Alpha Epsilon, coming up.
Looks like we've got some painting here. We've got the lion. He doesn't look very cowardly, though, does he?
No, that's not a cowardly lion. That must be one of their emblems is the lion.
Yeah, we couldn't go that far now. And then we've got another queen coming up. I think this might be, we're speculating here, but we think this is future Little Miss Brundage. Genaria Cogburn, future Little Miss Brundage 2025. Did I get it right?
You sure did.
There we go.
Sitting pretty atop the truck.
Yes. And then there's no place like Troy Family Alumni. Awesome. Then we've got another float coming up here. This is Alpha
Tall Omega.
Awesome. They're talking about how 128.3 miles, 33 men, 6 days, 1 cause. That's for Jeep Sullivan's Wounded Warrior Outdoors Adventure. On spring break, when most college students are taking a break, they're walking all the way to Panama City Beach.
Part of their Walk Hard initiative, which is something neat, and they definitely showcase that. And very tough those guys do.
Yeah, by the way, they raised $140,000 for wounded veterans in 2025, so earlier this year.
Highlight Miss Troy Jordan Oglekart and Little Miss Troy Clark Duke.
And then this is Tiny Miss Trojan Zamora Moultrie and Petite Miss Brundage Heaven Moultrie.
All right, bringing back another one of the bands thanks to Troy Bank and Trust. And this is the Pike Liberal Arts JV and varsity cheerleaders. And they are coached by Tara Morlock, who is also a Troy alumni as well as works at Troy University.
A shout out there. And then who is this? I see some football players. Let's see. Welcome to Emerald City. Following the yellow brick road. Tucker's, maybe?
I think that may be Tucker Learning Center.
Yep. Building kids' futures since 1995. And then Little Miss Brundage, Caroline Thomas. Miss Brundage, Brandy Flowers. And then some more Wizard of Oz characters.
Just trying to make sure we get all these right. I believe this is Troy First Methodist Church Daycare and Preschool.
There you go, saying we love our Trojans. And then the Student Government Association also getting in on the Bring Back the Bands initiative. So thanks to the Student Government Association, they've put in a lot of work this week too, trying to keep everybody organized and aware of what's going on so everybody knows. Now this is Miss Troy University 2026, Anna Grace Tucker, along with Miss Troy University 2025, Grace Shellhouse.
Yeah, they actually had last year's pageant a little later on and this year's earlier, so both of them getting to be represented this year.
Oh, I love it.
There's Mr. Trojan Pride and Miss Troy Pride.
Awesome.
And so excited to see them, as well as behind them is the SGA's 2024 Homecoming King and Queen from last year.
Awesome. And by the way, Mr. and Miss Trojan Pride being driven around by Trojan Threads Apparel, an awesome place to go and get all of your Troy gear.
Owner of that is David Smith, who is also a member of the Sound of the South at one point.
Are you starting to get a pickup on a little bit here of a trend? A lot of people care about this school, and a lot of people are happy to participate in this year's Homecoming Day Parade. I'm wondering if maybe this is part of the SGA,
yeah, this is all the SGA Freshman Forum, all of this coming together. This is the Homecoming our Executive Board and Homecoming Directors. On the back row is the SGA President Caleb Smith, doing a great job for Troy University, and they're definitely proud to be Trojans. And have done a great job organizing this week.
They really have. And then here we have, of course, the SGA, or the Homecoming King and Queen Court. Big deal on Troy's campus. There's campaigning, there's games that everybody plays, and then they vote. And then today, that's when we get to find out who is going to wear the crown.
And that'll happen at halftime of tonight's game. And so, again, we are excited about that. And so I got a story about this next band, and I believe this is our last band of the day, so we want to highlight them, but they are sponsored by the Troy Alumni Association, so again, thank you for helping bring back the bands. But this is out of Sumter High School in Americus, Georgia. So they are led by band director Deborah Hughes, which she graduated from Troy State University and was a member of the Sound of the South, and get this, under the guidance of Dr. Johnny Long.
Oh, wow.
And so she is actually retiring this year. This is her last year to teach, and she wanted to bring her band to participate in a Troy homecoming parade. I think this is awesome and just a great honor a representation of what Troy can mean to you and letting other people see that.
Absolutely. And this place means a lot to so many people. We're so happy that you decided to join us in watching today's homecoming parade. We'd love to welcome you home. If you're here in Troy, please enjoy and have a great time. We're going to let you take a quick listen here to this band.
And a good sound. Again, this is the one that actually had to travel a good little ways, about 2 hours to Americus, Georgia.
They're doing a great job. It's awesome. It's so much fun to watch this kind of stuff happen. It just shows how much Troy University means to this area and to surrounding areas. You know, its impact goes far beyond, and homecoming's such a great time to just stop and remember.
And there we see a shot of Dr. Jack Hawkins.
Yes.
And the mayor of Troy, Troy Mayor Jason Reeves. And so we want to thank you for joining us here today for today's parade. Again, a great week of homecoming activities. Again, it will culminate tonight in the homecoming game, which starts at 7 o'clock.
It does. Thank you so much for being here with us. We appreciate you. If you're coming home to Troy, welcome back. If you're unable to come, thanks for joining us. Be sure to tune into that game tonight. Have a great and happy homecoming.
Happy homecoming.